Next up here at pick 30, almost there, my God, I am dead. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they have selected the brother of maybe the best defensive player or pound-for-pound player in the NFL today, J.J. Watt. And they got T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker from the University of Wisconsin, and I love this pick. I didn't think he was still going to be available here at 30. It is an immediate need, I think, for the Pittsburgh Steelers to get younger and get James Harrison's replacement. James Harrison's 39 years old. I like James Harrison as much as the next guy. I think he's an incredibly violent, old-school type linebacker, but it's only a matter of time till you got to get his replacement. At 39 years old, even though he's in probably the most insane shape for a 39-year-old individual, getting a guy like T.J. Watt who's learning the position. I think he's a little bit more of a project player than people assume because of the last name, but I think he's going to be able to come in and work in a rotational type role under James Harrison, learn from one of the best outside linebackers in the history of the game in James Harrison, and really eventually for the future prospect for the Pittsburgh Steelers be a starting outside linebacker there with Bud Dupree, who really came on near the end of the season last year. I know a lot of people here were thinking maybe we get a tight end, but I think Jesse James and Ladarius Green, if both those guys can stay healthy, more so on the Ladarius Green front, that they're fine at tight end. I know you want to address the backup spot with Ben Roethlisberger, who seems like he may be on a year-to-year basis for playing, and you might be able to get that later on in the draft. Like I said, Davis Webb's still there. I think he's going to be a very legit quarterback. But I don't know, maybe there's more or less to it with the Ben Roethlisberger retirement. It really is a very confusing thing from an outsider looking in. Maybe a Pittsburgh Steelers fan can care to enlighten me in the comment section below. But I mean, outside of that, man, I think outside linebacker, maybe improving in the secondary could have been it. But everyone knows the strength of this year's draft in the round second and third rounds is going to be improving that secondary. So to get a guy with incredible upside who really fits like how the defense there in Pittsburgh is changing, where you have the old guy that's still able to contribute valuable starting minutes, but you need that next guy in line. T.J. Watt fills that role absolutely perfectly, and I think the Pittsburgh Steelers here get a very solid value pick and potentially a steal, because I know a lot of scouts in the scouting community had T.J. Watt as one of the highest ceilings out of any player in this year's draft class, because it wasn't too long ago he was a tight end for Wisconsin. He just recently played defensive side of the ball for the Badgers, so he's still learning the position, and the fact that he was as uber productive as he was last year with Wisconsin. At times he looked like the best defender in the nation. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers fans should be very happy with this pick, but I don't know. I'm not a diehard Steelers fan, but let me know, Steelers fans, how do you feel about the T.J. Watt pick? I think you guys should be ecstatic, but you never know. Let me know. I've heard some people that say they didn't want to go outside linebacker. They wanted to wait a little bit longer and try to get maybe a corner or a tight end. Or, Jesus Christ, I don't know what with the uncertainty of a Martavis Bryant, maybe adding another wide receiver there could certainly help them out. But I think I personally, as just a general fan, I don't hate the Steelers. I enjoy watching the Steelers play. T.J. Watt is a very good pick. But as always, let me know in the comment section below. And next up on the clock, looks like a trade. The Seahawks have moved down. The 49ers have come up. Who are they picking? Well, let's find out.